Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will kick it away first. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. He's going to pass. Throwing right. Got his man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature them, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the tailback. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He gets a block. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, the inside give. Bulls his way forward. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Back to pass, it's Carter. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They go to the ground. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Rebels! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Texas. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing.
There we go. Just keeps moving. Inside the 40. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
Creates a little space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Back to throw, it's Carter. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 14, Texas 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide out in motion. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quarterback will keep it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
You know, they went QB design. Nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
The give to the single back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback keeper. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Makes the catch. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still first and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 07 season where this program ran the Statue of Liberty play to win the Fiesta Bowl. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. They're trailing by just 4 to Louisville. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you fires and picked off. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Carter. Safe completion on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Rebels are in the hurry up.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Keeps the legs moving. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running to the left. Fights off a defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This has been a spectacular offensive showcase so far, David.
This has been unbelievable. The fireworks has been amazing. This is modern offense now. Palmer, when you look at college football, there's a lot of scoring, and defenses haven't had a lot of answers.
No, this game's been a track meet, man. So if you're on offense right here, keep the pedal to the metal. Keep the tempo going. Stay aggressive.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Looking downfield, it's Carter. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Defense playing a bail technique. They'll throw it on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Complete to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's open. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Carter. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Caught at the 25. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half.
Texas.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Makes his connection.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Offense gets set for second down. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
They'll toss it to the left. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
That's a bad job in pass protection. I almost give the quarterback some credit because I think he knew where he was on the field. He knew he was going to get sacked for a safety. He was doing everything he could to just go down at his own 1-yard line to avoid giving up the 2 points.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation. And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
It would have been a 54-yarder if they had tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to run it. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell if he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
To the ground with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Longhorns are on the move. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 18, set to kick this one away. Texas.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. The Rebels in the hurry up. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The running back has it. At the 35, he's loose. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Off he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. At the 35, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You're powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over the Astronauts. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
First down for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
From the gun, give on the inside. Brought down at the 32-yard line, picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There's a live football. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll set up to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's looking the fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
36. Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Texas offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge, and that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Takes it the other way. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.